Welcome to Series Sports, and the Blue Jays lose another series against the Royals. All right, in Game 1, Mike Yastrzemski homered in his first at-bat with Kansas City. Michael Wacha limited Toronto to an 8 innings in his longest outing of the season, and the Royals beat the Blue Jays 9-3 on Friday night. Acquired from San Francisco just before the trade deadline Thursday, Yastrzemski had a two-run shot off Kevin Gausman in the second inning to make it 2-1. Wacha allowed 3 hits and struck out 5, helping the Royals improve to 500 for the first time since June 20. He gave up 1 run for the fourth consecutive start. Bobby Witt Jr., Salvador Perez, and Adam Frazier also homered for Kansas City. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. had a two-out homer in the first inning to give Toronto a 1-0 lead. After Yastrzemski gave the Royals the lead in the second, and Witt's 3-run homer made it 5-1 in the third. Kansas City added 4 runs in the ninth. Perez and Frazier homered, and Miguel Garcia had a bases-loaded single. Addison Barger had a 2-run homer for Toronto in the ninth. The key moment of this game was when Yastrzemski wasted no time getting his first big hit for Kansas City, hitting a 2-run homer in the second inning. The key stat of this game is when the Royals scored 5 or more runs in the eighth time in 13 games since the All-Star break. In Game 2, Max Scherzer pitched a 1-run ball game for 6 innings and earned his second win of the season. Bo Bichette added 3 hits, and the Toronto Blue Jays beat the Kansas City Royals 4-2 on Saturday. Davis Schneider hit a 2-run single for the AL East leading Blue Jays, who came in having lost 5 of 6. Bichette hit an RBI single in the third inning and added bases hits in the sixth and eighth. He leads with the majors with 137. And again, I'll say that again. He leads the majors with 137 hits. Kansas City catcher Salvador Perez, the right-hander walked none and struck out 5 in picking up his first win since beating the Athletics on July 11th. Perez's homer was his 20th. He has hit 3 homers off Max Scherzer, including his first in the majors in August of 2011 against Detroit. Brendan Little got 2 outs for Toronto. Seranthony Dominguez retired all 4 batters he faced, and Jeff Hoffman finished for his 26th save in 30 chances. Rose left-hander Noah Cameron allowed 4 runs and 6 hits in the sixth and a half inning, losing for the first time since June 27th against the Los Angeles Dodgers. Blue Jays catcher Tyler Heineman was struck in the mask by a foul tip from Kansas City's John Rave in the third, but stayed in the game and scored from second base on Schneider's hit in the bottom of the half. Ali Sanchez replaced Heineman in the fourth. The Blue Jays said Heineman had a head contusion. The key moment of this game was when Davis Schneider opened the scoring with a 2-run single in the third, and Bichette capped the 3-run inning with a 2-out hit. The keys to this game was Perez having his 9-20 homer seasons with Kansas City, breaking George Brett's franchise record. All right, in Game 3, Kyle Isbell hit an RBI double, in the 10th inning, and the Kansas City Royals rallied to beat the Toronto Blue Jays 7-4 on Sunday. Vinny Pasquinto hit a tying single with 2 out in the 8th, and Kansas City scored 5 in the 10th while taking 2 of 3 from the AL East leading Blue Jays. The Royals are 24-12 in series finales, winning their past 9. Hunter Harvey pitched 1 inning for the Kansas City Royals, returned to 500, 56 and 56. Nathan Lucas and Addison Barger cut into Kansas City's lead with an RBI single in the bottom of the 10th, but Toronto lost the home series for the first time since the White Sox on June 20 to 22. Isbell drove in the winning run with a double down the line against the Seranthony Dominguez. Jonathan India walked, and Bobby Witt Jr. was hit by a pitch before Tyler Talbert added to a 2-run single. Witt scored on a throwing error by catcher Alejandro Kirk. Garcia capped the rally with a sacrifice fly, and Blue Jays outfielder Joey Luperfido had 2 hits, including an RBI single in the 5th. The key moment of this game is when Isbell tie-breaking hit came on the first pitch he saw from Dominguez, a 96 miles per hour fastball. The keys to this game are now that the Royals are 9-7 in series deciding games. But with all this being said, the Blue Jays still hold the best record in the AL East. All right, the next series for the Blue Jays are the Rockies, that series is going to be a lot easier for the Blue Jays. All right. I'm Jalen, and this has been Syrup Sports.